Okay, so I was presented with an amazing question. I had one of my riders ask me if why in horse jumping is it correct to maybe not ride with your seat bones so much, or asking basically if it was correct. And I would bring up some few pointers because there are several things that some things I guess that are exceptions to the rule, I guess, if you want to even call it that. Some riders like to ride standing the whole time, some or most do not. I'm one of those that I prefer not to. I like being able to use my seat bones on my horse. It helps a lot when I'm telling him to side pass or do forehand turns or haunch turns, whatever it is I'm doing. It seems to really help to do that. Also, you can use your seat bones to help speed up a horse or slow him down. But you really kind of have to know how to use them. I'm going to go ahead and play this video here because this is the one that they sent me to do a comparison on. So I pulled up several videos here. A question, or something that you might not realize, is horse jumping, rodeo, and trail riding up and down hills have several things in common. First of all, if you watch this fellow ride, they are kind of up in their stirrups some, but they do ride with their seat bones quite a bit. It might not be as easily seen, but it is what it is. There they're starting to ride. Now, I'm a Western rider. I do not jump, but I do watch a lot of jumping videos. Here he's using his seat bones to push. There he stands up. But he is swooping with his seat bones. He swoop, swoop, swoop. Getting right in there, coming towards another jump, which is on the other side, which is not visible to us. Here he's using his seat bones to make the horse go faster. So push, push, push. There he goes, and up and over. So yeah, he's doing a lot of really great things here. Would I be able to jump a horse this high? Not on your life. But he does a really neat job. Okay, let me see if I can even pause this video here. I don't know if I can or not. But as he's approaching this jump here, he uses the seat bone to push the horse. Coming towards another jump, paused it there. Here he's coming towards a jump. Now if you watch, oh, bad spot, never mind. I'm gonna play that some more. Maybe find a different jump here. Like this one, for instance. When they're leaning forward, he's getting his weight off this horse's hip, which frees up that whole hip to be able to push power off. The leaning forward helps with some things. Basically, coming up and over that jump, if you're leaning back in your stirrups, they're back here, that your saddle is going to be able to pull you forward. This is a bad angle to really talk about that. Go saddle twisted a little bit. Let's rein him in, facing another jump. Okay, so here he's coming down towards a downhill slope. His body is going to be leaning backwards just a little bit, and he'll bring his stirrups forward. Again, your feet kind of act as a little bit of a brake for you. I like trying to use my seat bones as much as I can, but again, this is jumping, so you have to be up in your stirrups a lot more. Coming downhill, look where his leg is at versus where his horse's leg is at. This is where all the horse's weight is coming down on us, right here on these front legs. So if this guy balances his body with these legs, he's going to be in balance with his horse. See there, slides down. And again, for coming over that jump, he pulls his legs back. He's going to be balanced here as well, through his body, through the horse's body, all the way down. That's a good thing. Same thing with the landing. There's using his seat bones, pushing the horse up and over, come back around. I think he's going to be approaching another jump right here. Yep, push up and over. I don't know if you noticed where his legs was at. Hopefully I can get this paused in the right moments. I don't know if I can. Here again, he's leaning forward, but his stirrups are, he's not quite in balance there. His weight's more over the horse's shoulders, which is bringing him much closer to those poles. You want to be able to have your weight to where it's not going to be a hindrance You want the horse to be able to clear that jump. So if you put weight on their shoulders, they can't get the front end up high enough to get up and over. So just basic thing there. This horse says, give me my face, give me my face. Give me my face, give me my face. Just like that. Head tossing. And there he missed it. So he didn't set the horse up right. Now, it could also be that the horse was not paying attention. But there you kind of get a basic idea here on what I'm looking at. Here's a slow motion of another rider jumping. And it's not quite so at a strange angle, so it's a little bit clearer to see what she's doing here. She's in her seat bones to drive the horse forward. Swoop, swoop, swoop. You need to see where that's at. Or she's approaching a jump, so she holds her horse up a little bit more. See where her legs are at. Her legs here. Getting ready to balance on that takeoff. Up. Then she comes back to being straight. And then, I don't know if you noticed where she made that landing. I'll bring it back just a little. Look where her leg is at with the horse's legs. Again, that balance. She is still in the middle of her seat. So all the way through that jump, if I can back it up some more, you can watch that spot again. Coming in through there, coming in through the jump, push, push, push. It picks the horse up, over, and back down, and balance in the saddle again. So that's kind of what we're using our bodies for. Not only just for balance, but we have to be able to keep the horse underneath of us as well. Here's another video. I'm pulling up several here. This guy again, here's his legs, here's a takeoff, he pulls his legs back, his balance with the horse. If this is the pull that you watch his upper body to see how straight he is, going all the way through that jump. I'll see if I can back it up. So I missed that. Back it up some more. So if you use this jump right here, I don't even know what it's called. And use those spears to kind of let you know where straight up and down is at. Watch his body in relative to those for the up and down. Here's your gravity. The ground is always gravity, and it's always hard to hit when you come off a horse. But watch how his body is relatively centered in that saddle no matter what. No matter if the horse is coming uphill or downhill, and this is where the hills come in. Going on the upside or the downside of that jump. So he's getting ready to take off. Pulls his legs back. Gets ready to land. Look how straight his upper body is. Watch where his front legs come back and land with those fronts. I guess here's another view of it. But they, can't really take it off all the way over there. But there's several ways of being able to do that. There's legs back with the back legs. Coming in for a landing. I don't know if you noticed how much further that rider slid in the saddle. And if you look, he's pretty far out of the saddle. His butt's over the horse's withers instead of back here where it needs to be. You don't want that. If your horse decides you're gonna sudden stop, you can go flying forwards, which is never fun. Just kind of like it is there. The horse is still dropping with his shoulders. And you can see how I slid forward in that saddle. Just that little bit. So, please don't do that. It's not fun when you land. So, how's this work with rodeos? Here's a rodeo video. Now, I'm not a sponsor of rodeos or anything like that, so I'm just using the footage because it's good footage. You can actually learn from a lot of this stuff. Again, in the rodeos, you have to use your spurs, I guess, and what they think they have to. If you watch the rider, his legs come forward here to be with the horse's front legs. They come back to be balanced with the back legs. Back, forwards, back, forwards. That keeps his body, his upper body, relatively straight up and down. If you look at where the stadium is and all those poles, his body is pretty much staying level with that. This is what happens when you're not level. He's a little straighter, but he's already lost his seat. No seat control, no balance there. That just kind of sucks just a little. So that's how you can get thrown off a horse very easily. If you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, the horses know it, they'll feel it, and if they're in a mood, they will throw you. The horse can humble you faster than anything else, I swear. Well, next to children, I guess. Like right here, that rider was leaning forwards, and the horse just kept dropping its head and dropped its shoulder, and look where the rider went. Into the pole. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. Here's another video of someone else riding. Again, their body position was not where it needed to be, and they got head-butted. Hopefully I can slow this down just a little bit. Yep, I don't know, there's the headbutt. Eating dust. Okay, here's another one. There again, they landed on their feet, which is awesome. You know how hard that is? I've only done it a couple times. It was a miracle. This little guy has figured out he could throw his rider. He unseated him pretty good. Yeah, the horse thinks he's in a rodeo. Dumps his rider again. Here again. If you're leaning forwards on a downhill, you're gonna go down. Just like that. Here again. The horse had just come up over a jump down lower there. And let me see if I can back this up. Just a tad bit. Yep, see? Body's still leaning forward. She did not expect that. Horse kicked up its hind end. She's leaning forward. Already on a downhill, on a landing, I should say. And there she goes. There's someone else. Now you can imagine how this could end up being very bad for you. Uphills and downhills are basically the same. They're all inclines, this way or this way. Now, if you're going downhill, if you lean back just that slight little bit, like this rider did, no matter what, if you keep your body up with straight up with the ground, you keep your, I can't speak. Keep your body straight up and down as much as you can. And for the going up, you lean forward just slightly. And still, even then, here's the ground. She's still pretty straight up and down. Come for the landing, still again, pretty straight up and down. Keep that in mind, whether you're going uphill, downhill, or going over jumps. I hope this makes sense. Again, I'm not a jumper, but I can get kind of at least some of the basics, and I hope I nailed it okay. Listen to some of your trainers. They're probably way more trained than I am, which is good. It takes all kinds. So yeah, I hope this answered the question on why you would sometimes need to be up in the saddle or leaning forward or leaning back. Alrighty, have a good one.